Get ready to smooth out and polish those poles, traders. It is the 2-pole Super Smoother Filter. That's right. I am not responsible for coming up with these names, but if I was, I would name every indicator the 2-pole Super Smoother Filter. It is time for another indicator profile series video, traders, and this time around, so what we try to do is we either try to find you a hidden gem or find something that's a bit on the ridiculous side. And this is going to be one of those indicators. Now, just because it is on the ridiculous side does not mean it cannot be useful. If anything, it's quite obscure. And this one's kind of interesting too because there is a lot going on in such a very basic looking indicator with only one setting that you can tweak. So pretty fascinating. Let's go ahead and get into this one. If you're new, please enjoy the video, but just understand that we do everything in the context of the no-nonsense Forex way of trading. That is going to take about 150 different videos and podcast episodes to teach you, but that's okay. Get started. You're going to like it. It will be time well spent. But for the rest of us, the year on this particular indicator was 2004. This is a John Ehlers indicator. You know, it might be obscure to most people, but it was created, at least, by somebody who has created lots of indicators that we all know and love. And this is going to be a baseline, a very simple baseline, too. I mean, once you see it, it's a baseline. And would I use it for an exit indicator? Like most baselines, no. But that doesn't mean you still shouldn't try it out. So let's take a look at it for something that is so complex and has such a name. This is all it looks like. It's a baseline. Now, I will tell you this. Full disclosure, the baseline that I use for my algorithm is not this one, but it is pretty obscure. I've never heard or seen anybody even mention it, and I absolutely love my baseline. I don't know where I'd be without it. Now, for those who don't know, the way we do things here is once price crosses and closes above or below your baseline, that is a signal to move. So in this particular signal, again, my arrow disappears. You guys can see it, but I can't. In this particular signal, it's going to cross and close below the baseline. So that's going to be a short signal, and you would go short. Simple as that. Moving on. Quick disclaimer before we get into the actual testing results. If you have issues with the way we test, we do not care. As anybody who has back-tested knows, there is no absolute perfect way to do this, but we do try to get it close. Now, down below in the description, what we're giving you is a link to my blog post about automation. In that automation blog, it's a great blog on its own, but it's going to show you how to test this yourself through a video that Dan Stone of Stonehill Forex did himself. You will also get the direct link to the blog for this indicator where Dan Stone goes very deep. How deep can you go with 2 poles? Got to click the link to find out. And then also a link to the indicator library where you can download this indicator amongst many others. So let's see how this sucker did. Euro USD. Certainly not great on its own. After the tweaks, you're looking at right around the 6-7% mark over here with still a pretty high amount of trades for what it is worth. Moving on to gold, where things typically get crazy. Once again, really struggling on the 4-hour with some of these indicators to even get above 0% on an ROI. You know, sometimes it's just not possible, and it wasn't here. However, nice result here on the daily, for what it's worth, with 46 total trades in 1 year. Over to Bitcoin we go. Again, if you remember last week, I said it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to take really horrible results like this and just blindly do the opposite of what the indicator told you. I mean, when you start reaching ROIs that are that bad, it's worth a try. And I know that's counterintuitive to the way most people trade, so they don't really want to do it that way. I totally get it. But money's money. And so if there's opportunity there, try it out. What's the worst that can happen? You make a lot of money. But with the tweaks, we were able to get it to 9.37%, which is pretty respectable with 20 trades in the year. So like I said, gave you kind of a weird one this week. Next week is going to be something that I think you're really going to like. So subscribe, hit the bell. Don't miss anything on here. Indicator profile videos, fire. 10-Minute Contrarian podcast episodes, fire. All can be found right here on the No Nonsense Forex YouTube channel. We are getting you ready to survive and prosper this weird, crazy, upside-down decade. Surround yourself with good sources and make this channel one of them. But at the end of the day, consuming content is not going to get you there. You have to put in the work, and you have to go get it.